Afternoon, guys. I'm Dave Canterbury with Self-Reliance Outfitters in the Pathfinder School. What I thought we'd do today is go out to a scout camp where I know there's a target-rich environment, lots of clad coins. We found some silver out there. We found some collectible type coins out there, some tokens, scout memorabilia, but that stuff is pretty few and far between. I can walk anywhere out here and find all the clad. I'd feel like digging in a day. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to take the new Garrett Apex with the Viper coil, and I'm going to identify pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, pop tab maybe here, something like that, some trash. And then we're going to dig them and see if the VDI numbers coincide with what I think they're saying. We're going to look at the depth and see where that's at compared to what it says the target depth is. And then how close we can pinpoint the target with the coil, and then use our pinpointer to do the rest and dig as small of an area as we can to find our targets. So let's get started. Stay with me, guys. Okay, I'm out here at a mowed field, and this is actually a scout camp. This would be one of the camp areas for scouts, and they're notorious for losing money all the time. Parked right back here, another scout area behind me there. And I brought the Apex out here today just to do a little bit of testing to show you guys where she's ringing. And I had a quarter here. See where it went. There it is. That's a pretty solid signal. I mean, 83 could obviously be a dime, but 85, 86, it's probably a quarter. So we'll dig that thing live and make sure. And it says that it is down a ways. That I don't believe, to be honest with you. Nothing out here is very deep. I'm not sure how much I trust that depth on there. Of course, it's ringing up into the 90s every now and then too. But I'm betting this is quarter right here. All right, so I've got my coil laying right on top of that spot where it was ringing quarter. I'll pull my pinpointer out here real quick just to make sure that my pinpointer won't pick it up. If my pinpointer is not going to pick it up, it must be at least deeper than about 4 inches anyway. So that's just a... Whoop. Got a signal right here. So we're going to dig that first. I'll turn that over. Got a root in there. See what the pinpointer says now. All right, pinpointer says it's in the plug, whatever that is. Some really thick roots in here. Okay, there's a quarter right there. And that thing was probably, I don't know, 4 inches down. Now let's make sure there's nothing else in this hole. Nothing I can hit with the pinpointer. We'll run the coil over top of it too. Okay, well, that got it. It was a clad quarter. I'm going to the next target. That's 75 to 77 right here, 76. Probably a penny. We'll dig her up and find out. It says she's 6 inches. Leave the coil laying right there. We'll dig her up. Okay. Right there's where she's at. So I'm guessing it's right underneath the coil. We'll get the pinpointer out. And we'll dig her up. There we go. And a shield penny there. That's about right as far as tone goes, or VDI numbers, excuse me, for a shield penny. Okay. It was only about 2 inches down though, not 4. A little off there, I think. With these targets on purpose here. .52, .53, pop tab nickel. We'll find out. It says it's 6 inches. Okay, again, I've got the coil laying around top of the target. I'll go ahead and pull the pinpointer out again. A little forward of where the center of the coil was. Again, it said 6 inches, so I'll pop about a 4-inch plug out of there. Looks like we've got it in the plug. Closer to the top than the bottom. There it is right there. Okay. That is a new nickel, a new buffalo nickel. Again, a little shallower than it was reading. Okay, we got a 51, 52 here. I would expect that to be a Monticello nickel probably. We'll lay the old coil down here. Put the camera on a little tripod and get after it. I didn't notice what this one said for depth. I'm sure you guys probably caught it on the VDI. Right there it is. Yeah. Here it is right there. Old red nickel. I'd say that's definitely a yeah. You can barely see the Monticello in the back of that dude. A lot of nickels here come out red. Okay, so here's a 55, 56, 58. So I'm calling this probably pop tab, but hard not to dig signals like that sometimes. But we'll see how the VDI is reading as far as numbers go if it's a junk target. And you can see it's saying it's between 6 and 8 inches deep, probably 4 inches deep. I think this thing's a couple inches off. All right. Got the coil right on top of it. See if we can pinpoint the ground here. Not very easy. Maybe a sign is a little deeper or a pop tab. There it is right there. Okay. There we go. Pop tab. Okay. Well, we called that one pretty good too. Take that out of here with us. I wanted to go ahead and tape this one for you just jumping around a little bit. But you can see that you definitely got an 80s target in that hole. Even though you got some jumping around the 40s, 30s. I even saw it jump up to 90 a minute ago. 84, 85, up to 90. I'm guessing there's probably a dime in this hole. There may be some other junk in there too, it's hard to say, or junk around it. Let's dig it and find out. Right, so. Should be right in here, at least somewhere in here. Let's find out about where we're at on the coil here. Well, this one may not be so close to the surface. All right, well, what we're going to try to do now is we're going to pinpoint with this thing. So let's pick the camera back up and pinpoint the target using the pinpoint feature on the machine. All right, let's get our... Now by pulling back, we should have lost signal at the tip of that coil. We pulled back from the target after we had a full-on perfect signal. That should put the target right off the toe. All right, so here's the toe of our coil was, so we'll back up from that a little bit. Give ourselves a little bit of room here. And we'll don't have to worry about pulling a full plug out because we're in the middle of a field here. The first thing we'll do is swing this plug. And we're getting a signal in the plug. That's a good thing. That means we've got it in the plug. Why we couldn't find it with the pinpointer is another question. If it's only deep enough to be in the plug. Yeah, I'm pinpointing it now. Somehow I missed it. It's right here. So we'll split this dude open. There she is right there. And it is a dime. Just like I thought. A lot of the coins come out red here. Okay. Let's give this one more pass. Just to make sure there wasn't multiple targets in the hole. Okay. I don't think there was, so there we go. That's our dime. Just come right up here. Pretty sure we got a nickel here somewhere. A nickel signal right here. There we go. Just behind the shovel. I don't think it's very deep. There it is right there. Don't even hardly have to disturb the ground to get that dude out. Red Monticello nickel there. Okay guys, well I hope you enjoyed that quick video looking at some digs with the new Garrett Ace Apex. Just a few digs on some common clad coins to show you the VDI numbers, how it compares in depth, where the targets fall versus the coil. being able to identify what you're going to dig before you dig it by looking at the VDI numbers, those type things. Those are important if you're looking to buy a new detector. Remember, this is the highest end ACE detector you can buy. It's not an AT detector. It's not completely waterproof. You can put it in water all the way up to here, no problem. You're just not supposed to get the box wet, and it's made for multi-frequency capability as well as salt environments, salt water type environments. So if you're hunting beaches and things like that, you're looking for a new detector, this is probably one of your go-to bets to check out for sure. If you're just looking for a new metal detector, just getting started in this is probably a good bet as well. I appreciate you guys' views. I appreciate your support. I thank you for everything you do for our school, for our family, and for our business, for all of our sponsors, instructors, affiliates, and friends. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell, and I'll be back with another video as soon as I can. Thanks, guys.